you have heard the phrase, there's an app for that. And in today's Talking Tax segment, we are tapping into free apps for doing your taxes. How easy are they to use, and are they safe? For more on this, we're now joined by Globe and Mail personal finance columnist Rob Carrick, joining us from Ottawa. Rob, good to be with you today, and I couldn't quite believe it when I realized this is what we're going to be talking about today. So bring us up to speed, or at least me up to speed, in terms of there's apps to do your taxes.
Yeah, you know, there's just been incredible progress in the last couple of years in terms of making your taxes easier and cheaper to file. In fact, there's a lot of good free options now that you can do on your phone or on your iPad. You can switch to your desktop with a lot of them. Basically, do your taxes however you want to do them, and in some cases, pay nothing. There's a wide number of free apps and software programs available now.
How does using an app compare to just filing on your desktop?
Well, the beauty of the app is you could do it on the bus home, on the way home from work. You could do it whenever it's convenient to you, wherever it's convenient to you. Now, a lot of people like the idea of having everything on their desk and downloading the software or buying a package in the store and doing it that way on their computer, and that's fine. That option is still widely available. But if you've got a fairly simple return and you want to do it wherever it's convenient, I think a lot of these new apps are going to really surprise you. And what really interests me is this new autofill service that CRA is offering this year with some apps and software programs. A lot of the information on your tax return will actually autofill itself. You won't even have to type the numbers in. What
do you have to type in? Your social insurance number?
Well, what happens is basically you open up the form, and if you're registered for CRA's My Account program, that's where you have your own account with CRA that you can look at online. It sort of establishes your identity, and it uses its own database of information about you to put in some of the numbers that you need to put in. So instead of typing in some of your T4 information, the autofill will sort of add that automatically. It really cuts down on the time and effort of doing your taxes.
Sounds quite incredible. Rob, let me ask, what are the names of some of these apps? Where do you find them? How do you know the ones that are real and that are safe versus the ones that are clearly not?
Well, what I would do is I would just do a simple Google search for CRA and NetFile. NetFile is the name of the CRA service where you file your taxes online. You'll see the list of taxware products that are certified by CRA for NetFile, and then there's a subset of those that are registered for the autofill program. Go check them out online, but they read up on the security features they offer. They all offer a very high level of encryption, as does CRA. I consider them safe to use. But you have to do your research. Don't grab anything. Go use the CRA's website as sort of a funnel into this, because you'll know these programs have been certified by CRA.
Okay, so you go to CRA website, you look for the net file, and then within the net file, you look for the autofill.
That's right, and one of the things CRA has done for us is it shows us which are the free tax apps as well. Some are free under certain conditions, and some are totally free, but it's all laid out pretty clearly on the CRA website.
Quite interesting. Let's talk a little bit about how many people actually do their own taxes. What do you see here?
Well, there's a high percentage still do their own taxes, but what's really interesting is the number of paper filers is really dwindling quickly. So that means that a small slice of people are still doing their own taxes on paper. The rest are somewhat evenly split between people who are doing their own taxes electronically and the people who are having a professional do it. And the professionals are all filing electronically now as well.
With respect to doing it by paper, it's still very much acceptable. It just has to be in on time, and clearly you can do it last minute if it's filing electronically. Is that the difference, key difference?
Right, right. You know what the big difference to me is about paper filing is it's like saying, I want to get my refund much later. Because when you file by paper, you're basically fouling up the system at CRA now, and you're going to have to wait twice as long to get your refund. If you file electronically, you're talking about a refund in a couple of weeks. Could be double or triple that if you're filing on paper.
What if you don't get a refund?
Well, in that case, it's your time. If your time is money, then you want to have the shortest, quickest route to getting your taxes done.
Interesting. When you do your own taxes, do you think that there's much of a risk in terms of missing out on some of the credits?
Yeah, you know, there could be. There is that risk. I just came across an interesting new site today. It's called sherpa.tax, sherpa.tax, and it purports to be able to sort of ask you a few questions and then outline all the tax benefits and programs and credits that you may not be aware of that apply to you. So there's an option for making sure you don't miss out.
That's very interesting. So I've learned, go to sherpa.tax if you're going to do it by yourself, to make sure that you are getting all the tax credits that you could possibly get, all the deductions. And then also, if you want to use an app and a free app, go to CRA, go to the net file portion of that, and then go to the autofill.
Right. There's a lot of new developments out there, and I think a lot of people they've absorbed that there's all kinds of good tax software options, but we've moved into the free realm, and we've moved into a realm where I think it's probably going to take a lot of us 5 or 10 minutes to do our taxes, over and out, done.
How many minutes?
I'd say 5 to 10 for those of us who have fairly simple returns. We're not entering a lot of T5 data, that sort of thing.
Wow, mine's simple, and dare I tell you that I actually did fill out the paper last year.
Oh, you did, eh? Well, that's interesting.
did.
I haven't touched a tax form in years. I use an accountant myself, but I keep an eye on this because I know there's so much interest in being able to, make this as simple and quick as unpainless as possible.
It was really good to see where everything went and where you fill in the boxes. I actually highly recommend it as a practice to try.
You know what? Maybe once every 10 years
there
you do
you
that,
go.
for
That's kind of what I'm
educational purposes.
saying. Rob, good to see you.
Okay,
Thank you so much.